Hello student. So let us start our discussion. So in previous video we have seen the introduction and then we have tried to discuss the various type of input and output devices. So here we will try to discuss that what is interface and what is the role of interface, why it is required and types of command which are used by the CPU to send the data. Now first thing that what is need of interface. Okay, now before discussing that let me tell you the arrangement that how it is used. Okay, so you can have idea, then later on we can understand that what is need of it. So this is processor. Okay, this is interface, this is input output device. Okay, so in between processor and input output device, interface will work as a layer. Now you can see that all the three buses, data bus, address bus and control bus, is connected with the interface. Okay, so all the information which are related to data, address or control, it will be provided to the interface, and then interface will send those command to the keyboard or input output device, whatever it is. Okay, and then operation will be performed. Now what is need of this? Okay, so first of all, many input output devices are electromechanical. Okay, so they are working on different signal. Let's say many devices are working on analog signal and many are working on digital signal. So each device will have its own operational way. Okay, so first of all, the first need of this is to conversion of signal. Okay, from processor to particular device. Next important feature, it will also play a key role in decoding the device address. Okay, now if you know that then each device will have its own address. Okay, so device will be identified using its address. So in CPU, device won't be identified using his number or its number or anything else. Okay, so each device will have an unique address. So whenever processor want to send data to printer, okay, so at that time it will attach the address of the printer with the command, and then it will forward that command on these buses. Okay, so that same command will be received by all the interface, then interface will decode that address, and if that address is matching with a particular device, then that command will be forwarded to printer or particular device. Okay, in rest of the cases that information will be discarded. Clear? So decoding the device address will be the another task of interface. Next, normally data transfer rate of processor and memory. Data transfer rate of processor and memory, it is very high compared to uh, peripheral device or IO device. Okay, so we need some mechanism, we need some synchronization mechanism which will fill the gap of this synchronization. Okay, the clock speed of CPU is very high. Okay, while the clock speed of IO device is very low. Okay, so because of that there will be synchronization problem. So to avoid that problem or to implement synchronization mechanism, interface will be used. Okay, next topic. Now, many devices are character oriented and many devices are block oriented. What is meaning of character oriented? So character oriented means it will send or receive the data in form of character, or you can say 8 bit. Okay, so if you try to understand, or if you try to recall the fundamental of ASCII character, okay, then 7 bit will be used. So in many computer, remaining 1 bit or most significant bit will be written 0, or in many case it will be 1 to specify some other bold and italic character. Okay, so many devices are character oriented, okay, which will send data in which will send and receive data in form of characters, while many devices are block oriented means it will not work with the character, but it will create the block of data, let's say 2 MB, 3 MB or 4 MB, and then that block will be transferred to the process memory, and then from memory it will be processed. Okay, so what is another role of this? We can say interface. Interface will convert the format, means it will convert IO format to CPU format. Okay, so it can be used easily by the CPU. Next, another task of interface. Okay, let's say CPU is directly communicating with the keyboard. We do not have any other mechanism called interface. So what will happen while CPU is managing the request for the keyboard? Okay, if there is a request for from printer, a hard disk or scanner. Okay, so in that case CPU won't be able to manage it. Okay, so the operating mode of peripherals are different from each other, means the way the devices are working are different for each device. Okay, so and it must be controlled as not to disturb the operation of other device, means in parallel we should be able to execute the input output operation. So that is another task that because of that we require you can say interface. Okay, so we can say parallel execution. Parallel execution of input output operations. So that is another reason that interface is used. Now whenever CPU will send command, okay, so that command will be in CPU format. So this interface will convert CPU command into input output device command. Input output device command means the command which can be understood by the input output device. Now if we discuss about those command, okay, then uh, which are those command, how many types of various commands are there? Okay, so before discussing that, let me give you little bit detail that why this interface is required. Let's say processor want to read some data from the hard drive. Okay, so it will provide all the detail to interface, and then interface will convert that command into the you can say hard drive understandable format. So let's say it will give the detail that on which track, which sector, then it will also send some signal to controller of hard drive, which will monitor the or which will control the movement of arm on the platter. Okay, so likewise, so interface will work with the controller, or it will send and receive the information from the controller of any device. Okay, so any device will not directly interact with the interface, but each device will have its own controller. Okay, which will control the entire device. So interface will communicate with that controller, and then that controller will monitor the device. So next topic, next thing, types of command. So we are having uh, various types of command. Let me list down all the commands. The first command is control command. Okay, next command is status command. Next command is input command. Next command is output command. Okay, so there will be four types of command which will be specified by the CPU, and it will be forwarded to input output device by interface. So the first command is control command. Okay, so mainly this command is used to activate the peripheral. Okay, it is used to activate peripheral. Okay, for example, let's say if we discuss about hard drive, then it will activate the device, and it will tell device to rotate a platter in with such speed or specific speed, and then it will send command to you can say ARM, which will read the data from the platter. So this command are normally used to activate the device. Okay. This command are issues depend on the peripheral, and each peripheral receive its own distinguished sequence of control command depending on its mode of operation. Okay, so each device will have its own sequence of commands. Okay, so which it will receive from the CPU. Next command, status command. So this command are mainly used to know they are used to check the status of IO devices. Okay, for example, computer wants to check the availability of printer. Okay, let's say computer wants to print a page into the printer, but before sending data to the printer, it will know the status of printer using status command. Let's say printer is occupied, uh, or it is printing some other page. Okay, so at that time it cannot handle the request, so at that time the status command will return the negative acknowledgement. Okay, so computer can have idea that right now printer is occupied, so it cannot perform any other operation. So uh, status command are basically used to know the status, and whenever there will be any error, the error code will be returned to the processor. Okay, error code will be returned to the processor, and then computer will convert that code into human understandable format, and then it will display to the user. Then input command. So input command are basically used to take the input from the input device. Okay, so they are used to take input from the input device. So how it will work? Let's say computer wants to read some image using scanner. So it will send the status command, and then if device is available, then it will send the control command. So scanner will start reading the image, and it will put the image into the interface, means whatever binary data is there, it will be stored into interface, and from interface it will be forwarded to the CPU. So input device to interface to CPU. Okay, so this is how input command will work. Okay, and a last command, that is output command. Okay, so let's try to discuss that how it will work. So output command causes the interface to respond by transferring data from bus into the one of its register. Okay, so let's say processor wants to send data to the printer, then processor will initially it will send the status command. Okay, it will check whether the device is available or not. Okay, so if device is available, then it will send the control command. Okay, so control command will send certain control signal to input output devices. Okay, and then input output device will start reading the data which is placed by processor into the interface. Okay, clear. So the processor then monitor the status. Let's say if we discuss about hard drive, then the processor then monitors the status of step, or you can say platter, by mean of status command. Okay, and then the processor issue the data output command. So the interface respond to the address and command and transfer the information from the data line in the bus to its buffer register. Okay, so let's say whatever data we want to print or we want to store permanently into the hard drive. First processor will send status, then control, and then once that device is ready, it will start reading data using interface from the data bus. It will receive the data from data bus and it will store data into the data bus. Okay, so this is how output command will work. Okay, so there are four type of command: control, status, input command, output command, and these are the need. Because of this we require the interface, that conversion of signal, then decoding the device address, synchronization mechanism to deal with the problem of clock frequency, convert the IO format into CPU format, parallel execution of IO operation without interfering other IO devices, and convert CPU command to IO command, means CPU understandable format to input output understandable format. Okay, so in this video we will keep up to this. In next video we will try to learn that how computer will store input data, output data, and then we will try to understand the architecture of interface. Okay, so we will keep up to this in this video. Thank you.